So as they come around the corner now, you'll see Rescue 1 out in the middle. They'll get their 2 flags ready.
Now Andrew Cameron.
Ideally, yes, he's doing a perfect job in pole 1, slowing up, waiting for the to come around. Rescue 1 will be happy at the moment. They look pretty good out there. It's surprising how well the Formula Futures actually do their starts. So,
I wish the senior drivers could do this. It'd be like absolute herding cats if these were adults.
Management perspective, they are the first to briefing and the best listeners out of all of them. So they are perfect. So you'll see 2 flags up in a second.
Oh, we've got a boat stopped on the outside. We've got a hand in the air. That's Candice Rainbow. So Pickles has stalled on the slowdown lap. Oh, that's heartbreaking for the young gun. You can see them all look at each other. So the front flag's down, white flag's down, away go racing. They hit the big throttles of the 15 horsepower. I tell you what, there's a big jump out of pole number 4. That's Jacob Clark in the Xtreme. They built this boat by hand. I've seen him before. It's super fast.
Yes, that's a boat out of Taree, I believe, and they've done a lot of development over the years, and there's a nice quick boat and does handle very well through the corners.
Now, he's got to hold his pole, so through the turn number 1. So you cannot come across. If you're in pole 4, he does a nice job of that. Leads the field out, but a really good run on the inside, straight into the sun. Andrew Cameron's up there as well. Levi Whitten is okay. Jack Williamson, Jacob Clark, and JD Land. And the beautiful Candice Rainbow, the 12-year-old superstar AFL player, is unfortunately set adrift with a stalled engine off the start. Head of the field, have a look at the battle now. We've got, I tell you what, there's a big push back now. That's Andy Cameron, a Little Nutz. He's made some ground in that downwind run there on Spitfire.
That is actually a very quick boat, that one. That's the ex-Cook boat.
Yeah, that's right.
Family racing boat. That's been around New South Wales for quite a few years and very consistent in the way it runs and obviously very safe for the drivers to be in.
Yeah, you got to watch it through here because they hit their start wash as they come through. You see these super fast little boats. Really, we call them wing boats because they basically fly. Here's those lumps from the start, and you actually see the boat to the outside. Spitfire is doing a much better job in the chop there and losing a bit of ground there. Andrew Cameron. There goes Levi Whitten, the VOC Superstar Victorian Outboard Club racer, doing a beautiful job. That's Spitfire, Jack Williamson. I beg your pardon, that's Xtreme, Jacob Clark. And here is JD Land in Perseverance.
Now, there's some excellent driving by the young kids out there. It obviously gets a bit choppy and there is no trim. You can't adjust the engine to suit the conditions. It's a matter of throttle control. And they do an excellent job of actually reading the water in front of them. I have seen many kids have an incident where they don't read the water in front, but these kids are doing an excellent job.
They really are, mate. This is a real good battle at the front of the field, isn't it? On the upwind run. So it's interesting, into the headwind. The Spitfire machine of Jack Williamson has the numbers. But on the downwind run, it's Andy Cameron now. He's got the inside pole run, so shorter distance. We should see, I'm not sure how many laps. This might be a 4-lapper. I think we should maybe see a yellow this time round, but nice corner from Andrew Cameron. Leans on the inside, so he looks across to his right. He's got great awareness, this young kid.
Yeah, you do see the head scans, and they're doing the right thing. They're looking in and out before they enter and exit the corners to make sure that they put their vessel in the right path through it. But obviously the speed on this back straight here, or the front straight, sorry, is perfect. They hopefully have enough and keep them nice and tight on the corner.
He mentioned there's no trim in these boats. Obviously the only way to do it is to move your body weight. So leaning forward to get the nose down and leaning back to get the nose up. And these kids are throwing everything. I love when Levi Whitten goes through. He's a tiny little kid. He's a good human. He's a great laugh. He's a good talker. But there's just a helmet behind our steering wheel. You can't see any of him in that beautiful machine of Levi Whitten's.
No, they're doing really well, and obviously this green vessel in front of here has a big history
Land.
in New South Wales. That's the actual Brett Atkinson junior boat, so that's been around for about 20 years.
Yeah.
Still out there participating, which is excellent.
Had it on display with some merchandise available yesterday here in the pit area, which is pretty cool to see. Let's watch him now through that corner. Rolls it around. JD, beautiful. Very, very nice cornering, but the battle at the head of the field this time, I think there's a bit of a move coming, so it's a little bit further afield. Checkered flag lap. He saved it to the end. Call him home. I think this is the man in Spitfire, Jack Williamson, ladies and gentlemen. Bang your hands together for him. He's had a really cracking run out of pole number 4. Got a good start, and the boat's sitting beautifully. Second place, Andy Cameron in a Little Nutz. Really good racing from that crew.
As we said earlier, Murph, it's not about how fast you go, it's consistency over the weekend. So
there was not a fault. There goes Levi Whitten. Salutes the tower, the checkered flag for Levi. And the ex-TBR racing machine is now Jacob Clark in Xtreme. I hope I've got that one right. I'm sure I have.
they will collect their race times from this race, and obviously as the weekend goes on, the closest to that particular time will get the points. So the race officials have a fairly daunting task to do their quick mathematics in the race control centre, but we've got quite an experienced team down there, so they'll work it out quite quickly, and the kids are generally the first ones to come up the race control to say, how did I go? So no doubt they'll be knocking on the door any minute now.
JD Land is home safe and sound in Perseverance, so that is good to see. And commiserations to the beautiful Candice Rainbow out there in Pickles. I was privileged enough to watch her at her first ever event, and she was so nervous. This is got the boat upgraded now. She's got the new boat. She's running the little boat, and it's unfortunately that engine as she came off the pace has let her down. These are two-strokes. Some of them a little bit tired, been around for a while. The little 15 two-strokes, but I'm guessing we're going to see the Jets go over there, give it one pull on the starter, and it'll go and run, and that'll probably make it all the worse for her.
And I dare say that would have been the longest 3 minutes of her life.
There's no doubt about it.
It's quite painful to sit there and watch an event when you've stalled or had an engine hiccup. So give these kids a wave.
Give them a wave and a clap, ladies and gentlemen, as they come back to the field.